Okay, so welcome back, and we're going to start talking about graphing, using the graphing calculator, solving graphs or equations graphically. So I'm going to show you how to do it on the calculator. You've seen this before, so I'll show you again. But before we do that, we got to put this in the right form to be able to put it in the calculator. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to collect all the terms to one side, simplify it into an equation because I needed to have it y equals. Okay, so as a function of x. So I'm going to use distributive property. So I'm going to write this as 3x equals 2x minus x squared plus 3. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. Oh, no, I'm not. Yeah, I can do that. So 3x from both sides, right? And so what do I get? I get negative x minus x squared plus 3 is equal to 0. And so now this is my f of x. Okay, now I'm going to multiply everything by negative 1 too, because I can do that too. So that'd be the same as, oops, I'm going to rearrange my terms. So I'm going to write this as x squared plus x minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, and all I did was just multiply through by negative 1 and rearrange so that it's decreasing order, so I have it in standard form. And so this is my f of x. So this is what I'm going to plot on my calculator. So let me get the calculator, okay? Excuse me. Okay, so now I have y equals, okay, so again, I'm going to my menu. So there's my menu. Okay, so y equals, and so all I did was go to the y equals key to get there. And I'm just going to plug in this equation under y1. So I'm going to do y, or x squared, plus x minus 3. And so that's what I have. Okay? And so now I'm going to do is graph it. Now, a couple of things I want to check. Before I graph this, I want to make sure that my window is okay. Okay, so now, how do I do that? Well, I'm going to find the vertex, right? So I just need a couple of points. I need the vertex and see how it opens up. Now, so this opens upward, right? So this opens upward, okay? And where's the vertex? Well, the vertex is going to be at x equals negative b, which in this case is 1. So negative 1 over 2 times 1, right? A is 1. So this gives me negative 1/2. So the x value is at negative 1/2. And where's the y value at? Well, the y value is at 1/4 minus 1/2 minus 3. Okay? So what's the y value? Well, I'm going to plug in negative 1/2, so that's going to give me 1/4 minus 1/2, which gives me 1/4. And then minus 3, which is going to be 2 1/4. So, or negative 2 3/4, negative 2 3/4, or 17/4, or excuse me, 15/4, or no, I'm sorry, don't know how to count, 11/4, okay? So either negative 2 3/4 or equivalently 11/4, negative 11/4. So now here's the thing, where's this point at? Well, it's negative 1/2, negative 2 3/4. So this is in the third quadrant, okay? And it opens upward. So we know that the vertex is over here somewhere, and it opens up like so, okay? And so since the vertex is the minimum point in this case, and it's at negative 2 3/4, then we know the range, right, the range is going to be everything that's less than, or excuse me, greater than negative 2 3/4, right? Okay, so the domain is everywhere, right? So this is typical of a parabola, is that the domain is all real numbers, right? The domain is all real numbers, but the range is specified by the vertex and which direction the parabola opens up, okay? So again, keep that in mind. So the range is restricted based on that. So in this case, the range is going to be negative all values of y that are greater than or equal to negative 2 3/4. Okay, so with that being said, now we can adjust our window to graph this thing. Okay, so hold on a second here. Yeah, that's right. That should be right. Did I do something wrong? Okay, hold on a second. Did I do this? Hold on a second. Okay, negative a half. Okay, so that's 1/4 minus a half which gives you minus 3 I'm sorry, minus 3 1/4. Okay, so it's 13/4. Okay, I did make a mistake. Sorry about that. Okay. So, but the point is still the same. So, in this case, it's just going to be negative 3 1/4 or negative 13/4. Okay, so the range in this case is all values of y that are greater than or equal to negative 3 1/4 or negative 13/4. Okay, so now this gives us an idea about our window, because if I go to the window, I want to make sure that I graph this thing. So it's over here somewhere, so I want to make sure I graph it correctly. So here's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to change my graph, and I'm going to make my y minimum, or my x minimum, let's go to negative 10 to 5, and let's do my y minimum at negative 4, and let's do my y maximum at 10. Okay, so that's what I have for my window. Okay, so let's graph and see what this thing looks like. Not bad. Not bad at all. Pretty good. Okay, so now let's find out what they want us to find out. So let's find the X-Intercepts, right? So we want to solve for the intercepts. We want to solve for this value, right? So we want to find the points where the function, the graph of the function, crosses the x-axis. So in other words, we want to find where it crosses here and here. So what do? Let's go to second calc on our phone, which is, or on our calculator, and we go there. So now, all we do is scroll down to which one? 0. Number 2, we want 0, okay? Because that's what we're looking for. We want to find the zeros. And so now it's going to, again, this is where we have to pick our range. So here it says left endpoint or left bound. Okay, so we want to search for 0 within an interval. So we want the left bound of that interval. So we've already got it. So we're above the graph, right? So let's just hit enter. And so now we want the right bound. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll to the right until I go below the x-axis, and I'm going to hit enter. Now they want us to guess. So now I'm going to go back up. I'm going to come back right about there, and I'm going to hit enter. Now notice what it says there. It says y is 0 when x is equal to negative 2.302776, right? So we can approximate that to a negative 2.31, or excuse me, negative 2.30. Okay, if we wanted to. So now let's do the other one. So negative 2.30, so we got one. Oh, let me find. So one is negative, so negative 2.30 comma 0, that's one x-intercept. Now, let's find the other one. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to do second calc, go down to 0, or yeah, right there, and I'm going to hit enter. And now we're going to guess again, but this time I'm going to go all the way over closer to here. Okay, so right about there is good. So that's my left endpoint. And now I'm going to keep going for my right endpoint. And now I'm going to come back a little bit for my guess. And look at that. I get y equals 0 when x is equal to what? 1.302. Okay? So, negative 1.30 comma 0. So there's our two x-intercepts. And that's it. So that's how we use the calculator to solve. Have a great day.